to enjoy my own company now. Took me longer than expected to figure out how to sit with myself without filling the space with noise or distraction, with someone else's face. And the man I found when I finally got still was worth a long wait, was worth every hill. The company of one is not the loneliest place. The company of one is where I found my face, not the face I wore for everyone around. The company of one is where the real gets found. Just me and the silence and the truth of it all. The company of one is the best company of all. I take myself to dinner, I take myself to dawn, I take myself through everything and carry myself on. Not with arrogance, just with the simple knowing that I am enough for the place I'm going. And when the right company comes, I'll know by how it feels, not by what it offers, but by what it reveals about the man I've built. And all this time alone, the company of one prepared me for the known. The company of one is not the loneliest place. The company of one is where I found my face, not the face I wore for everyone around. The company of one is where the real gets found. Just me and the silence and the truth of it all. The company of one is the best company of all. Company of one, I've grown to love it true, not as a consolation, but as something I pursue. The company of one teaches what no crowd can give, the clearest understanding of exactly how to live. I've shared tables with people who took more than they gave, shared my time and energy, shared my best and brave, and I walked away lighter, not in spirit but in load, because some company is weight, and some weight slows the road. I don't say this with bitterness, I say it having learned that the peace of being alone is something that gets earned. Better alone than wrong, better quiet than noise, better one clear voice inside than 1,000 borrowed joys. Better alone than wrong, I know this in my bones. Some men are only found when they stop and go home, to themselves, to the silence, to the thing they know is true. Better alone than wrong is how I came to you. I watch people stay in the wrong rooms too long, telling themselves the story that somewhere in the throng was the connection they needed, was the tribe they sought. And I've been that person, and I know what it cost. So now I choose the empty chair over the filled wrong seat. I choose the honest silence over the incomplete. Better alone than wrong, better quiet than noise, better one clear voice inside than 1,000 borrowed joys. Better alone than wrong, I know this in my bones. Some men are only found when they stop and go home, to themselves, to the silence, to the thing they know is true. Better alone than wrong is how I came to you. And I mean every word, not with pride or posture, just the truest thing I've heard from the deepest part of knowing what this life is for. Better alone than wrong, and I choose it evermore. There are days I have nothing left in the tank, days the road is too long and the light is too faint, days I question the purpose of the whole design, days I can't remember what I thought was mine. And on those days I don't look for the finish, I don't look for the answer, or the weight to diminish. The weight of the moment, I just look at the ground, and I find one more step, and I put it down. One more step, that's all I ask of myself. One more step, not the whole shelf of everything remaining, just the next right thing. One more step is everything. When the mountain is too tall to think about the top, one more step is the only way to not stop. I've made it through the worst of this life, one step at a time. Never seeing the summit, just the next small climb. And what looked impossible from the bottom of the hill became something I stood on, became something still and real and mine, and worth every inch. One more step, never let me flinch from the things that needed facing, from the ground that needed taking. One more step is the only move worth making. One more step, that's all I ask of myself. One more step, not the whole shelf of everything remaining, just the next right thing. One more step is everything. When the mountain is too tall to think about the top, one more step is the only way to not stop. One more step, I've been taking them for years. One more step, through the doubt and through the fears. One more step, it's gotten me this far. One more step, beneath the same star that watched me start so long ago. One more step is all I'll ever need to know. I walked into the room and said absolutely nothing, but every eye moved toward me like a quiet drum drumming. Not because I demanded it, not because I tried, just because a man with purpose can't completely hide. And I've learned that presence isn't volume or size, it's It's the weight of a man who's paid his full price. The loudest silence is the one I carry in, the kind that fills a room before I even begin. The loudest silence is my strongest word. The most powerful thing about me is the one you never heard. I've watched men perform their power like a stage, all that noise and posture, all that borrowed rage. But the room always knows the difference in the end between a man of substance and a man of pretend, because real authority needs no announcements. It just enters the room and makes its pronouncement. The loudest silence is the one I carry in, the kind that fills a room before I even begin. The loudest silence is my strongest word. The most powerful thing about me is the one you never heard. Not needing to remark. The loudest silence, steady, deep and clear. The most powerful thing I own is knowing when to disappear. I stopped looking for the easy way, stopped asking how to make the hard things less than they weigh. Because the heart is not the enemy, the heart is the design. The resistance is the sculptor of everything that's mine. You don't build real strength on comfortable ground. You build it in the places where the difficulty is found. Hard is the point, not the problem to avoid. Hard is the point, the thing that can't be destroyed is the thing that was made inside the difficult. Hard is the point, and that's the difficult truth that makes the difference between the man who lasts and the man who spent his whole life avoiding what hardens fast. they'd have when the ground beneath was lost. Because the soft ground shifts when pressure comes to call, and only what was built hard remains after the fall. So give me the hard morning, give me the difficult year, give me everything that builds me, give me everything I fear to overcome, because the overcoming is the whole entire thing. Hard is the point, hard is everything. Hard is the point, not the problem to avoid. Hard is the point, the thing that can't be destroyed is the thing that was made inside the difficult. Hard is the point, and that's the difficult. Truth that makes the difference between the man who lasts and the man who spent his whole life avoiding what hardens fast. Disguised as grief. Hard is the point, and every hard thing given is another layer added to the life I'm living fully, without apology, all the way. There was a fire that came to take everything. I stood inside it and felt what it would bring. The loss, the transformation, the burning of the old, the melting of the borrowed, the keeping of the gold. And I will not lie to you and say it didn't hurt, because the fire took real things and left me in the dirt. But the fire didn't win. I'm still here to say so. The fire didn't win. It tried and I wouldn't go down without the rising, down without the fight. The fire didn't win. I found my way to life. Not unburned, not untouched, but standing on the edge. The fire didn't win. The fire didn't last. I've met men destroyed by fires less than mine, and I don't say that proudly, just noting the design of what we're each built for, of what we're each meant to face. The fire found the right man. The fire found its place in the story of my forging, in the story of my name. I am what the fire made me, and I'm grateful for the flame. But the fire didn't win. I'm still here to say so. The fire didn't win. It tried and I wouldn't go down without the rising, down without the fight. The fire didn't win. I found my way to light. Not unburned, not untouched, but standing on the edge. The fire didn't win. The fire didn't last. The fire didn't win, and I carry that with grace, not as a trophy, just as truth upon my face. The fire didn't win, and every morning I recall that the thing that tried to end me built the best of all. I won't pretend it didn't leave a mark. Some seasons do their damage, some seasons leave it dark. And I've been in those seasons longer than was fair. Walked out on the other side with everything still there. The scars, the missing pieces, the things that didn't survive, but also something stubborn, something still alive. Bruised but breathing, that's what I am today. Bruised but breathing, I didn't look away from everything that came for me, from everything that tried. Bruised but breathing, something in me survived. Not pretty, not polished, not the way I planned. Bruised but breathing, still standing where I stand. I've had my days of questioning what any of it was for. Had my nights of wondering if I could take one more. And the honest answer sometimes was I wasn't sure. But morning always came back, and I walked out the door. Because bruised men still have purpose. again, things still move, and the breathing is the proof of everything to prove. Bruised but breathing, that's what I am today. Bruised but breathing, I didn't look away from everything that came for me, from everything that tried. Bruised but breathing, something in me survived. Not pretty, not polished, not the way I planned. Bruised but breathing, still standing where I stand. Take it every time over the alternative, over the finish line of giving up and going quiet in the permanent way. Bruised but breathing means I get another day. When the noise gets too loud and the faces blur together, when I've given too much out and I need to find the tether back to who I actually am, beneath the roles I play, I don't reach for the crowd, I reach for the empty space. Because the crowd can't give me back what the crowd takes out, and the noise can't answer what the silence is about. This is where I go to find myself again, not to hide, not to disappear, just to remember when and why and who I am. Beneath the daily weight, this is where I go before it gets too late. To hear the quiet voice that knows what's really true. This is where I go to find myself and come back new. I've tried to find myself in other people's eyes, in the validation offered in the generous disguise of belonging to a crowd that didn't know my name. And I always came back emptier, always came back the same, until I learned the lesson that some things can be borrowed, that knowing of yourself can't be found in what is hollowed out by noise and numbers, out by constant company. The self is found in silence. The self is found in free. This is where I go to find myself again. Not to hide, not to disappear, just to remember when and why and who I am beneath the daily weight. This is where I go before it gets too late, to hear the quiet voice that knows what's really true. This is where I go to find myself and come back new. This is where I go, and I go here often, where the noise has no power, where the hard things soften into what they really are. Beneath the drama and the sound, this is where I go. This is where I'm found.
I run alone, not because I failed the pack, but because I outgrew the need to look back for permission or approval, for a nod or a sign. I trust my own compass, I trust my own line. And the wolves I run with were good for a season, but seasons always turn, and so do reasons. A lone wolf anthem playing in my chest. A lone wolf anthem, I passed every test. Not of them making, but of my own design. Lone wolf anthem, moving down the line of a life I built myself, from the ground to the sky. Lone wolf anthem, and I'll tell you why. Because the pack slows down the ones who know the way, and I've got too much ground to cover to stop and stay. I've been invited back more times than I remember, in the circles that would dim me from July to December. And I've declined with gratitude, without anger or scorn. Just a man who knows his nature, just a man who was born to run his own direction at his own pace. The lone wolf doesn't need the validation of the race, just the open ground ahead, just the honest sky, just the freedom of the choosing and he paid it gladly every single time. There's a moment between what hits you and what you choose to do. A breath, a beat, a window where the real you comes through. I used to skip that moment, go straight to the reaction. Used to let the feeling run the whole transaction. But I've learned to live inside that pause now, to find the measured answer and remember how much I've lost to the unguarded word, to the thing I said too quickly, to the thing that got heard wrong because I said it before I let it settle, before I let the fire cool down to the metal. The pause before the answer is the most powerful thing I have. The pause before the answer is the difference, the math between the man I was and the man I'm becoming. The pause before the answer keeps the real me running, to show the room, the moment, with something close to grace. The pause before the answer is my most important space. I've watched relationships destroyed in seconds flat by the word thrown in the heat, and there's no taking that back. Once it's released, once it's in the air. So I practice the pause daily, I practice the care of holding what is rising long enough to choose. Because the pause before the answer is the thing I never lose. When I honor it, when I use it, when I let it do its work. The pause before the answer keeps me from the hurt I'd cause to what I love, to what I'm trying to build. The pause before the answer keeps the promise fulfilled. The pause before the answer is the most powerful thing I have. The pause before the answer is the difference, the math between the man I was and the man I'm becoming. The pause before the answer keeps the real me running, to show the room, the moment, with something close to grace. The pause before the answer is my most important space. The pause before the answer, I live inside it now. Not always, not perfectly, but I'm learning how to breathe breathe before I speak, to feel before I say, the pause before the answer changes everything about the day. I don't explain my absence, I don't explain my path, I don't justify the distance or apologize for the math of how I spend my hours, of who I choose to be. The wolf does not explain himself to anyone but me. And I've wasted enough breath on the ones who wouldn't hear, enough energy on justifying what was always clear. The wolf does not explain, he simply moves or stays. The wolf does not explain his nights or his days, not cold, not arrogant, just done with the performance of making sense to people whose only real importance was their own approval, which I stopped needing long ago. The wolf does not explain, he just goes. I've been asked to account for the way I choose to live by people who were taking more than they would give, and my answer got shorter with every passing year, until the answer became silence and the silence became clear. Because the man who explains himself to every questioning voice has already given away his most important choice. The wolf does not explain, he simply moves or stays. The wolf does not explain his nights or his days, not cold, not arrogant, just done with the performance of making sense to people whose only real importance was their own approval, which I stopped needing long ago. The wolf does not explain, he just goes. Does not explain, and neither do I, not anymore, not to anyone passing by. The wolf does not explain, and the sky doesn't either. I just move through this world, a silent self-believer. They told me I wouldn't make it through the season I was in. Said the odds were against me, said I couldn't win. And I looked at what was coming, and I said out loud, I've been the storm before, I've been the cloud that everyone ran from, that everyone feared. I have been the darkest weather, and I'm still here. I have been the storm, and I weathered myself. I have been the breaking point and put myself back on the shelf. I have been the rock bottom, I've been the floor, and every time I hit it, I just found one more reason to come back up, reason to begin. I have been the storm, and I am still the wind. Don't tell me about hard times like I've never seen. Don't tell me about the darkness like I don't know what you mean. I've lived inside the center of things that would end most, and I came back from the edges that mattered the most. Not unscathed, not unchanged, but undeniably alive. And everything that tried to break me helped me more than it denied. I have been the storm, and I weathered myself. I have been the breaking point and put myself back on the shelf. I've been the rock bottom, I've been the floor, and every time I hit it, I just found one more reason to come back up, reason to begin. I have been the storm, and I am still the wind. I've been the storm, and I know what that means. I've seen every shade of darkness, I've lived in between. The breaking and the building, the losing and the more. I've been the storm, and I'm still standing at the door. Most people think discipline is punishment and pain, a cold and joyless stripping of everything that's vain, but I've come to understand it as the deepest form of care. The love you show yourself when nobody else is there. The one who rises early, not because they have to, but because they love the life they're trying to get back to. Discipline is love, the kind you give yourself. Discipline is love, not a trophy on the shelf, but the daily choosing of the heart to right. Discipline is love that shows up every night, and every morning after, and every afternoon. Discipline is love, the most important room in the house of who you are and who you want to be. Discipline is love, and love is being free. I love myself enough to hold myself to more than the comfortable minimum, than the easy open door. I love myself enough to do the thing I said, to be the man at bedtime that I promised when I bled at the altar of intention, at the place I made my vow. Discipline is loving law, is keeping every hour. Discipline is love, the kind you give yourself. Discipline is love, not a trophy on the shelf, but the daily choosing of the heart to right. Discipline is love that shows up every night, and every morning after, and every afternoon. Discipline is love, the most important room in the house of who you are and who you want to be. Discipline is love, and love is being free. Discipline is love, I say it and I mean it, not as a performance, but because I've seen it work inside my life, work inside my days. Discipline is love, and love has many ways of showing up, and this one is the truest one I've known. There are things I carry that nobody sees, weights I lift in silence on my private knees. Not because I'm hiding, because I'm proud, just because some burdens aren't meant for the crowd. And I made my peace with being misread, taken for unfeeling, taken for a head of my own emotions. When I'm in the thick of everything I feel, every single brick, the weight I don't show is the heaviest I own. The weight I don't show is the most deeply known. Not absence of feeling, but presence of choice. The weight I don't show still has its own voice. It speaks to me at midnight, it speaks to me at dawn. The weight I don't show is what keeps me going on. I've wanted to put it down more times than I'll say. Wanted someone to notice, wanted to give it away. But the carrying made me into what I am, and the not showing taught me to be my own man. Not always, not perfectly, not without the cost, but the weight I don't show is what's never been lost. The weight I don't show is the heaviest I own. The weight I don't show is the most deeply known. Not absence of feeling, but presence of choice. The weight I don't show still has its own voice. It speaks to me at midnight, it speaks to me at dawn. The weight I don't show is what keeps me going on. The weight I don't show, I know every pound, every unnamed grief, every unspoken sound. The weight I don't show, I carry it with pride. Not because it's easy, but because some things live better on the inside. They told me I wouldn't make it through the season I was in. Said the odds were against me, said I couldn't win. And I looked at what was coming, and I said out loud, I've been the storm before, I have been the cloud that everyone ran from, that everyone feared. I have been the darkest weather, and I'm still here. I have been the storm, and I weathered myself. I have been the breaking point and put myself back on the shelf. I have been the rock bottom, I have been the floor, and every time I hit it, I just found one more reason to come back up, reason to begin. I have been the storm, and I am still the wind. Don't tell me about hard times like I've never seen. Don't tell me about the darkness like I don't know what you mean. I've lived inside the center of things that would end most, and I came back from the edges that mattered the most. Not unscathed, not unchanged, but undeniably alive. And everything that tried to break me helped me more than it denied. I have been the storm, and I weathered myself. I have been the breaking point and put myself back on the shelf. I have been the rock bottom, I have been the floor, and every time I hit it, I just found one more reason to come back up, reason to begin. I have been the storm, and I am still the wind. I've been the storm, and I know what that means. I've seen every shade of darkness, I've lived in between the breaking and the building, the losing and the more. I've been the storm, and I'm still standing at the door.